Welcome to this edition of Focus on Crestview. I'm Alicia Booker, your host, and joining me today is Principal Dexter Day of Crestview High School, and you're representing the North County Schools today, our breakfast sponsor.
Right.
And we have a guest with us today, and who do we have with us?
I brought Molly Kitchens. Molly is one of our outstanding seniors at Crestview High School, and I wanted to highlight and bring Molly today.
Well,
It's
Molly,
an honor to be here. Thank you.
welcome. Thank you. I'm looking forward to picking your brain a little bit. Mr. Day, let's just start with kind of what's happening at Crestview High School or some of the schools in the community.
Wow, what's happening? There's an abundance of things going on. Our school is being utilized by a lot of different entities, like we had Ms. Davidson pageant this weekend, but what we're having right now and the areas of focus, which I always like to talk about the academic piece in the beginning, because that's what we're all about, is the academic piece. We have a lot of things going on, right now with testing. A lot of people don't want to hear, but we do. It is what it is, and we're moving forward with the FSA writing starting this week, and then we have other end-of-course exams and FA tests coming up. What we're doing right now is we have this Thursday for late start. We're having a boot camp for all of our Algebra 1 FSA end-of-course exam students, is where Thursday is a late start day, which is a shortened day. So what we've done is incorporated and broke it down into two segments, one segment before lunch and one segment after lunch. And we're having an intense study with all the Algebra 1 students, giving them an hour and 45 minutes of intense instruction in the Algebra 1 to assist them to pass the end-of-course exam in the algebra piece. But on the flip side of that, we're also having a activity this week. And what is that called that they're having this week? Is today?
The guidance department is going to be talking to the underclassmen about why it's important to, really take algebra seriously.
Right.
It's one of the fundamental classes that get you through high school. So.
It's a program that the guidance department has come up with, and I'm glad you helped me out with that, Molly. It's where do we go from here? It's now we're doing something on Thursday to help the lower end students, kind of help them pass the Algebra 1 end-of-course exam. This is a program that we're helping the upper end, to help them to where do they go from here and assisting them. And it's highlighting a lot of people that's working at Crestview High School now that's doing, what are they doing now? The doctors, the lawyers, the teachers and whatnot. But that's what's going on for the academic piece right now.
That sounds very interesting. And again, just with the intense focus on the mathematics and gearing up and helping our students to be prepared. That is the biggest thing. I think that is great. It's the preparation efforts that are going in. So that's something good that parents should know and understand, the dedication to the students.
Right. Well, we also have things that we've been sent out to parents. There's a online application, that this Algebra Nation, that parents can go to, and it's on our website, that they can go to and actually assist their children with their algebra online right there, tutorials that can help them with their algebra too. So there's a lot of resources out there for these kids to get, and we're trying to just lay it out for them to help them so they can be successful in the course exam.
Very good. And we've talked a little bit about the academics, so can we segue into some of the sports things that may be happening?
Yes,
right
we
now?
can. And when I say that, Molly was on our volleyball team. She did a great job as a senior leader on our volleyball team. But we've had some success also in our basketball teams. Both of our basketball teams went into the playoffs. Our girls went into the Sweet 16, and our boys, I think it was just this past weekend that we had the elite, not this past weekend, the weekend before, is where they were playing Ovita in the Elite 8 at Crestview High School. And it's going good. We've also, our wrestling team has done really well. I think there's 6 students that's going to the regionals this coming week, and one actually won district outright. So we had some really good success with our athletics, and still we got baseball and softball right now is they're sporting a 6-1 record right now and doing really well, and baseball's coming around doing well. So there's things in track is doing well. I think they won the first track meet the other day. So things are going on at Crestview High School with athletics too.
Very good. Well, Molly, I'm going to ask you this. I told you I wanted to pick your brain just a little bit. My daughter Amber will be a freshman this fall, and she plays volleyball.
Okay.
And so if there was any advice that you could give her coming in as far as a balance between the academics and the sports, what would you tell her?
Well, I would definitely tell her to push herself. It's not easy to, take on a full load of practicing every day after school and then coming home, you're tired physically, as well as mentally. I mean, Coach Day understands that as a coach. Your coach is there to push you, to make you do better, just like the classroom is there to make you do better as a student. So challenge herself to not back down on her academics, to still take AP classes, honors classes, as well as to do the sports aspect of it, because it'll make you a better person all around. You'll learn how to go further, physically in sports, but as well as mentally through your homework. Like we were talking about this earlier, it's hard sometimes to see the end goal in things. So, tell her to look towards the end and to fight through that. So to push herself.
Very good. Good advice. Very good. And sometimes it's a little different, and I'm glad you're here and expressing this, because it's one thing for us as adults to talk about it because we've gone through the process, but we seem so far removed to our children or the students we're trying to talk to, but to hear a peer actually give the advice, someone who's so close to it and it's very fresh with you as a senior, to be able to help your peers and those underclassmen coming along to say, hey, I'm almost there, I've made it, and this is what you kind of need to focus on. So very good for that. Thank you so much.
Well, that's another piece, and you speak about the peer help, and it does, and that's part of our boot camp for the math. We have 20 current students at Crestview High School that's going to be helping along with the teachers in these boot camps. So, they're not only hearing it from the teachers, they're hearing it from other students, and that's what they want to hear. That's why I'm here today. I'm here for this right here. This is a product of our school system, not just Crestview High School, but the elementaries and the middle schools, and that's what we're all about, supporting them and helping them so they can be successful and have the opportunities of success in their careers.
Very good. And we've talked a little bit about some of the things happening at the school, and as far as your facilities, is there anything that we
Well, what we'd like, yes, but there's a lot of things going on. I mean, we had the parking lot repaved, we had the sign redone out front, and had some assistance through a community, a business there in town, Signs Galore. They gave us the sign, and then they are advertising on the backside, so that really aesthetically looks better. We're getting some things done. Like I said, the parking lot got resurfaced, and we're doing some things on the inside, and we'd like to do a lot more. I mean, there's our gym facilities would like to be upgraded a little bit, because due to the FHSAA requirements to host a regional event, you have to have 1,100 seating, so that's a problem for us right now. So, I mean, there's some things that we'd like to do, but we're going to have to get out and do some things and to generate some funding so we can do those things at the school.
Very good. And you've been a longtime member of the chamber and supporting in the community. As business leaders, is there anything that we can do to assist, or from a community standpoint, is there any resources that we can make available?
Well, it's always good, but the community and the chamber and the businesses, the part of the chamber are taxed so much. When I say taxed, not actually taxed, but taxed by our fundraising, and they're just doing an extreme amount, and we're just very appreciative of what they've done for us, and it's going to be up to us. And we were talking earlier, and Molly and myself were talking earlier about getting an alumni association probably, and having an alumni association where there's an annual, a give, and we can build, funds for that, and then do some improvements at the school that we need.
Very good. Well, again, you're sponsoring the breakfast coming up. Is there anything that you will be sharing at the breakfast?
Yeah, we'll be sharing. I'll be recognizing all the administrators on the north end. Our jazz band, Mr. Dunn, always doing a fabulous job. You've got to come and hear the jazz band. They're phenomenal. They do a great job. Our ROTC will present the colors and doing the pledge, and then Mr. Jones will be presenting the Paul House Award winning for this chamber this month.
Okay. And lastly, before we wrap up, and I just want to give Molly the opportunity, if there's anything that you would like to share or leave with some of the students that may be watching the show today.
I've grown up in Crestview. Since second grade, I went to Bob Sykes Elementary, like we talked about, Davidson Middle School, and I can honestly say that every teacher that I've ever had was thinking of me personally. They want me personally to succeed, and I know that that's so true for Coach Day. He wants every single student to succeed individually, not just as a Crestview High School as a whole, but for each individual student. So don't take that for granted, because in bigger cities and even in somewhere like Niceville, that might not be the case all the time. So I think it's important to realize that and to take advantage of it, to talk to the teachers individually if you don't understand something, to push yourself, in sports and academics, band as well. The jazz band is awesome. I love going to the jazz band concerts, but that's a lot of work. It's a lot of extracurricular commitment that you have to push yourself to be willing to do. So don't give up on that. Just keep striving for excellence like that.
Well, very good, and I want to thank you both for joining us, and I look forward to more information being shared at the breakfast and your continued support of the Chamber and the community. So thank you both. And when we return, we'll be joined by Marion McBride and City President of CCB Bank, Derek Lott. Stay tuned.
Get up close and personal with some of the biggest vehicles on the road at the Junior League of the Emerald Coast Touch a Truck from 10 to 2 on Saturday, April 11th at the Boardwalk on Okaloosa Island. Kids will be able to see bucket trucks, garbage trucks, SWAT vehicles, fire trucks, tractors, and so much more. Admission is free to everyone. For more information on the event or on the Junior League, log on to their website, jlec.org today.
Our commitment to the community is something that we believe in and act on every single day. It's a key part of our culture and who we are as a company.
Cox donates millions of dollars in cash and in-kind services to support local nonprofit and civic organizations each year. We recognize that a healthy community is a growing community. Here's a look at just a few of the organizations we support right here in Northwest Florida.
We're extremely proud of all these local partnerships.
Together, we are working to make the Gulf Coast thrive.
Hello, I'm Marion McBride with Okaloosa Title and Abstract, and welcome back. I have the distinct honor today of introducing to you Mr. Derek Lott, CCB Bank, the city president. And he is wearing the hat today as the chairman of the Triple B on March 28th, right?
That's correct.
Mr. Lott, tell us all about Triple B.
Well, I'll be glad to. I'm glad to be here today, and this is one of the Crestview Area Chamber of Commerce premier event. We've had it going on for a number of, well over a decade now.
I was going to say, this is our 10th year? Or is
this is the 11th, yeah. It's, as you say, going to be on Main Street, March 28th from 10 to 6. And the event was set up back in the past to focus on a barbecue event where we had a competition and music that centered on our north stage right next to Okaloosa Title.
Right.
And then on top of that, throughout the day we have various vendors that are there on Main Street selling.
Okay, so let me stop you for a minute. The Triple B stands for BBB.
That's Blackwater, Bluegrass, and Barbecue.
There you go.
Yep.
I wonder how many people know that.
I don't know either.
We all know it as Triple B.
Triple B, yeah. And little known fact, the Blackwater River is right down the road, so that's where they got that from. But it's a huge event. We have about 12,000 people on Main Street that day.
That's amazing on that street.
Biggest event in Crestview. The street's obviously shut down for the day. The Florida Lottery brings their stage, which is used for our bands. And I did want to say this year we've got something special going on. Emergent Productions have teamed with us and are bringing some bands from the south end of the county.
And they're a very new member of the chamber.
They are a new member. Glad to have them aboard, and just wanted to let the people out there know a couple of bands. Dismal Creek, The Rips, Triple Distilled, and The Good Lookins are some of the bands that we'll have this year.
Then. Sounds like fun.
And part of this event, being that it's such a high visibility event, we've got numerous media sources that are helping us out. Cox is helping us, and they have some television advertisements.
Radio.
Cumulus Radio has some advertisements that are recognizing both the event and some of our platinum and gold sponsors. And then, of course, the Crestview News Bulletin. And Thomas Boney's been very helpful in getting together an insert that's going to go out to thousands of people within the county.
And Cox and all of them are always so good about.
Yeah, very
Radio,
supportive.
Cumulus and everybody.
And it's, like I said, it's an event that draws a lot of people and a lot of visibility. So as far as chamber members and businesses that want to get visibility that day in the months prior. It's a great event to sponsor and be part of. Real quick, I'd like to recognize some of the platinum sponsors: Lee GMC, CenturyLink, Okaloosa Gas District, My Bank, CCB Community Bank. Some of the gold sponsors: Shoal Creek Rehab, Community Bank, Child Care Network, Legal Shield, which are the Hollingsheads, Bob and Peggy, and then Assurian are the platinum and the gold sponsors.
Wow. And
we've also have our partners, which is the City of Crestview, Emergence Productions, the Florida Lottery, North Okaloosa Medical Center, Signs Galore, and hopefully I didn't leave anybody out, but there's a huge amount of people that's involved.
Rumor has it that you have been raising a lot of money.
We have.
Have you succeeded in going above what we have done before?
Yeah, we've actually raised more than we ever have as far as our sponsorship and the packages. Thank you.
To you and to your committee.
We had a real good team that helped put that together, and it's surely a team effort. This year we've done something a little different, so I hope everybody that comes out will participate. But we have a raffle that we're doing with about $1,000 of prizes that came from both Walmart, STO, Automotive and Truck Center, Publix, Hub City Ford, and My Bank, CCB Community Bank.
And I think that they're going to show a little blurb of Mr. Wayne Harris in front of your barbecue.
The goodies.
Yeah, all the goodies. Yeah.
Well, again, it's a wonderful event. That day, we hope to see everybody out there. If
what
anybody
about for children, Derek? Do you have things for the kids to do? I mean,
well, yeah, there's right kind of in the center of Main Street. There's an area that's kind of like our little kids center where they have bouncy houses and face painting and those type of kid-friendly events.
Right.
And it is a family-friendly event
Absolutely.
that day.
What
Unlike
about
some
the
other
tickets that you buy to go around and taste? Do you have those little tickets? Are we going to doing that this year?
Yeah, the People's Choice. That's another part of the event that if you buy the People's Choice tickets and then you sample some of the food at one of the vendors and you like it, you put the ticket in their booth. They have a place to collect them, and then at the end of the event, they get paid on them, and then we also issue an award for who's got the best.
And where do you buy the People's Choice tickets?
We'll have 3 tents that they're clearly marked with where to buy them up and down Main Street. So it'll be real easy to figure that out.
And then there's a judge's tent.
There's going to be a judge's tent that we actually mirror an actual sanctioned barbecue event in the same rules and regulations, although this isn't a sanctioned
Colin,
event.
is he taking care of that this year?
Yep, Colin, he helps us out every year with doing that part and keeping it as official as it can be without it being a official licensed sanctioned event.
Are you going to have a stage at the top of this street and at the bottom?
At the north end by Okaloosa Titles, where we always have our lottery stage, which is a huge stage. On the south end, we are going to have a stage that'll have more community and civic type oriented events and things going on down there.
You're going to, a lot of fun.
It will be a lot of fun.
And you wouldn't be, you'd think that many people would be also congregated in one spot, but it really flows well.
Yeah, it does get packed, and we've kind of expanded a little bit through the years to where we're moving off of Main Street just a tad with some of our vendors.
Are we going in the little side streets a little bit?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Just
one day it's probably going to be a little bit bigger and a little bigger.
A little bit bigger.
Like I said, it's a great event. Hope to see everybody there that day.
Is there going to be like a program that I could pick up to see what time the bands are playing?
Yeah, and what you can do is go to the Crestview Area Chamber website, and there's information on the website. We also have a Facebook page that we'll have up. It's up all the time, and obviously up prior to the event, it has showtimes for the bands, recognizes the sponsors, and just what we have going on.
Well, Derek, I can't wait.
It's going to be a great event. March 28th.
What time? What time?
Not too far away. From 10 to 6.
Yeah, but we start at what time do people start getting there to work?
Oh, they get
Early.
there the night before. Yeah, and they start setting up.
You'll start smelling the barbecue.
That's right. Yep.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, and just thank you so much for all the time and effort that your committee has done. So stay with us. Don't touch the dial. We're going to be right back. Alicia and I are going to tell you all about the upcoming things at the Crestview Chamber.
When 10,000 students need to be online at the same time, Cox Business is there. When the big game relies on an even bigger communications network, we're there. And when students need the same tools and opportunities no matter where they are, we're there. With a $16 billion network and ability to route 50 million calls a day, Cox Business powers education. We're there for your business, too.
What is a community? Is it where we live? Is it what we do or what we love? Is it our schools, our classes, our streets? Is it our diversity or our children? It's all of these things. And with your contribution to United Way, our community can thrive. Your support moves people from poverty to possibility. United Way, real people, real results.
Welcome back to Focus on Crestview, and I'm joined by Marion McBride with Okaloosa Title and Abstract. Marion, we have lots of things happening with the Chamber, so
We sure do.
let's dive in. Do you want to start with our new members first?
Let's do that. Let's do our new members first, because we had some really nice, really people that have joined our Crestview family chamber. So let's start with Ward Lewis at Precision Tactical, Ben Savage, Emergent Recording and Production House. In fact, he's going to be part of the Triple B. I think in the interview with Derek, he mentioned Emergent Recording and Production House. Misty Smith of the Okaloosa County 4-H Association. Karen Ellis at the BNI of Northwest Florida. Joey Tinklepaw, and I hope I'm saying this gentleman's name right, is Crestview Motors LLC, but Joey has another company, and it's Joey the Jeweler. So he has joined two of his companies. Jesse Sanchez with Precision Auto Body, and Dan Anderson with Walgreens. So we had a lot of people. So Alicia and I just welcome all of you and just thank you so much for being a member of the Crestview Chamber family. But let's talk about last month when your hospital hosted. It was so nice. So, and they have some pictures going up behind us. So thank you so much to the hospital again. It really was a lovely breakfast.
Very good.
Very good. And we had a business after hours. You know, that's a good place, Alicia, that we can all network with each other and pass out business cards and talk to each other outside the business, business time, so we can relax a little bit more. But simple, elegant affairs in the north end of town.
Yes. Beautiful venue there.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I mean, just really a pretty part of the North Okaloosa County. But they had our business after hours. And we've had ribbon cuttings. We had just one recently here with the UPS store in the Crestview Health Center and the Chained Concepts Bicycle Repair, Bell Tone Hearing. Yes. I could go there and be well served. But you know what? Let's talk about our Spotlight members.
Yes.
Because actually, kind of you and I kind of created that little baby. So you talk about it a little bit.
Well, the concept behind the Spotlight was to focus in on our members and have an added benefit, because a lot of times you have a business and people in the community may not know exactly what your service is. So the Spotlight was designed to, again, focus in on what your attributes are and what you contribute to the community as a business.
And lo and behold, when we did it before the lights, camera, action, when you came on, and it fit right into your theme. I loved it. It was great. But we have two this month. Oh, but you tell us about what all the media attention they get.
The package that comes with being selected as a Spotlight member is one, you are mentioned on the Focus on Crestview show like now, and the other is that you're highlighted at the breakfast in front of a couple of hundred people, business owners, and you also get an article in the Focus magazine, and the Focus magazine can be found on the website. You can go in and look at that and see the article. table.
Or you can pick it up on the table.
Pick it up on the table when you come to the chamber breakfast. So several areas for
So it's really
recognition.
an honor. You know,
Yes.
it truly is an honor. So let's honor the ones that we have right now. And it's Ashley Rogers, who's actually on our board for the Crestview Chamber at Chester and Bar, and then April Linton with Hello Beautiful. So those two lovely ladies are our spotlight members. And then we have other, our meetings. We have our government issues. We have our airport. Oh my gosh, Pilot. I can't remember them all. Pilot.
And the fact that you can't remember them all is okay because we have them all listed on the chamber website.
Oh, thank you.
Information about who's chairing the committee, the meeting times, where the meetings will take place. And so again, that's another opportunity for people to go to the chamber's website to see what research. Yes, and ambassadors are so important to the chamber, and they give so much of their time to go out and make businesses feel welcomed, and everyone coming into the chamber breakfast feel welcome. So we can never say enough good things about those who select to be the ambassadors.
And we should encourage all of our listening audience to come to the Triple B.
Yes, the Triple
March
B.
28th, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Until 6
on Main Street.
Main Street, yes.
Triple B, Blackwater Blues, and
barbecue.
But anyway, we have a lot of good things going on at the Crestview Chamber.
Yes.
So that's about all I can come up with right now.
That's a lot. That's a lot.
It's all out there on our website, or call 682-3212.
Yes.
Jennifer and Valerie and Wayne. And let's just take a moment and let's thank those ladies.
Yes.
Wow. You talk about a staff, that's a staff.
Our staff does a lot because, as you can see, all of these different meetings and all of the activities we do require coordination, and they do such a wonderful job of supporting all of the different events and things that we do.
All you have to do is pick up the phone, 682-3212, vote for Valerie and for Jennifer.
You're their new campaign manager.
That's right.
But
anyway,
yes,
hope to see everyone there.
Yes, and lastly, we just want to say that if there is any information you need about the chamber, you're thinking about joining the chamber, you're not quite sure, and you want a little bit more information, please don't hesitate to call any of us. We would be happy to come out and speak with you about the benefits of joining the chamber and letting you know what's going on in the community. And once again, we'd like to thank you for joining us for Focus on Crestview, and we look forward to seeing you at the next Focus on Crestview show. Thank you.